Hello, hello. It is Jennifer Sinceri with Stampin' Up. Happy Sunday evening to you. How are you guys all doing? Have you had a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend? Hi, Dawnette. How are you? I hope you had lots of yummy turkey to eat and that you enjoyed your beautiful Sunday. We'll just wait a few minutes and let people go ahead and find us. I'm excited. I've got some fun things to show you tonight. A couple new techniques. Go ahead and get yourself a drink and get comfortable. Maybe get a little pad of paper if you want to write down anything that I show you tonight. Just going to get everything situated here while we wait for people to find us. I'm a little early tonight. I like to be early just so if there's any technical problems, we can work it out. If you are watching with the live, go ahead and give me a comment and let me know where you're from. I can't always see everyone that's watching, so it would be fun to see who you guys are, where you're from. Give me a comment, and also everyone who comments tonight and shares the video will be put into a drawing to win one of the things that I make tonight. Hi, Stacy. Oh, good, you're here early. I think a lot of us were busy decorating our houses for Christmas, taking advantage of the weekend. I know that's kind of our tradition. We always decorate for Christmas on Thanksgiving weekend. That way I can enjoy the decorations. The family can enjoy them all month long. Let's see, who else do we have watching? And also, if you do not already follow my Facebook page, I would really appreciate you clicking like and follow. That way you will be able to see all of my videos that I post. I try and go live every Friday evening. And then occasionally I do a special class here and there online. Okay, hey Janelle, how are you doing, friend? I've been thinking about you and keeping you in my prayers. Hope you are doing well. Okay, oh, we've got a couple people. All right, well, let's get started because I don't want to keep you guys waiting too long. All right, so tonight I'm highlighting the Boho Indigo Product Medley, and I'm actually not using the full medley. I am just using the refill kit. So let me show you a little bit about that. Let's see. I'm just making sure that I can see your guys' comments and can follow along if you guys have any questions. Okay, so in the annual catalog, this catalog is good through May, I believe. And then the new catalog will come out. And if you don't have one, I would love to give you one. That is my free gift to you. I have lots of catalogs that I would love to share with people. It's not just for shopping, it's also for inspiration. So if you don't have a catalog, please shoot me a personal message and I will get one to you. Okay, so the Boho Indigo Product Medley is found on page 9. The difference between the medley, and the refill kit. The medley has a stamp set and dies, so you're getting a bundle. You get a stack of 48 sheets of 6x6 paper. You get some vanilla embossed, dry embossed. I think there are 6 sheets. You get die cuts, ribbon, and then these paper flowers. Okay, so that's $70, which, remember, you're getting a stamp bundle in there, and stamp bundles can be between, goodness, $30-something all the way up to $60-something. The refill kit is a much more economical way to go, especially if you have your own stamps, lots of sentiments. So the refill kit is only $23. And there you're going to get the 48 sheets of 6x6 paper. You get your 6 sheets of very vanilla dry embossed paper. You're going to get the die cuts and the embellishments. The only things that you don't get are the stamps, the dies, and the ribbon. Okay, but just letting you know the difference. All right, let me move that aside. This is what the refill kit looks like. It comes in a little plastic pouch. Hey, Kevin. Happy belated birthday to you, my friend. All right, so here are the little paper flower embellishments. They have a little wooden bead on them. And then in here is our paper, 48 sheets of paper, and then you can see the dry embossed vanilla paper. Okay, all right, and also in there is the die cuts. Now the paper is gorgeous. If you like blue and white, this is the stack for you. So here, so you can see a little bit better, there's that dry embossing, which to me really makes a card, it just takes it to the next level, having that dry embossed paper. I've already used some of mine, so I've got 5 sheets left. I've already opened or used one. So remember, our DSP is double-sided. Just showing you some of the designs here. Okay, and the colors are Night of Navy and Misty Moonlight. And then there's white and cream in here. Okay, and then I can turn it over and you guys can see the back side. So there's some smaller prints, more open prints, closer prints, some geometric shapes, flowers, leaves, a great variety. All right. Now, let's start. I know a lot of you are excited. I told you I was going to show you the pinwheel technique tonight, which looks like this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get us started on that. If you want to write down directions, you might want to grab a piece of paper so you'll know how to do this. So what I've done was I cut 2 squares out of Misty Moonlight, and I cut them at 2 5/8. All right, so you're going to need 2. Remember, squares have 4 equal sides, so you're going to cut 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. Okay, then you're going to need, you'll want to pick a piece of paper that you like both sides on. Okay, something that you think will complement, or you're going to have to cut into 2 pieces of your paper. So what I did was I cut 4 squares, and these are 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. So there's the first design that we're going to use. And then here's the second design. Okay, so you're going to need a total of 8 little squares, 4 in one design, 4 in the other design. Okay, and I said those were 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. Okay, all right. And then you're going to need your card base, and you could use either Night of Navy or Misty Moonlight. I wanted you to see the 2 together so you can see the difference. They're very similar. Misty Moonlight is a little bit more on the gray side. Okay, so you'll want a card base. And then we're going to need some paper for our mats. So this is the page that I am going to emboss for you. And where did I put it? Oh, here it is. This is my absolute favorite embossing folder right now. It's the Ornate Gardens folder, if you can see that. Little tiny flowers. Okay, that's in the annual catalog. All right, so let's go ahead and do some stamping. We're going to put a happy birthday sentiment on here. I chose stamps from a set called Here's a Card. So this happy birthday I'm going to use on the front. Another really good one that you might want to look at is Peaceful Moments. You've got a happy birthday in here. You can make this a sympathy card if you want, a thank you card. There's lots of possibilities, okay? It could be a get well card. Totally up to you. And I think I'm going to go with, let's do Night of Navy. We'll go with the darker blue. Okay. All right, so we're going to stamp our sentiment first. And I'm going to just put it here on the bottom. All right. And then I'm going to run this through my embossing folder in my Big Shot. You may have another machine that you use for your die cutting and embossing. We just put that in. And with the magic of TV, ta-da! Okay, so that's, I always want to stamp first because this is texturized and you won't have a smooth surface for your stamp. So stamp first, then run it through and emboss. That's the dry embossing that I was talking about. And then we're going to glue that to our, I'm just creasing my card here. This is a standard card base. So it measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I cut a piece of DSP. That's double-sided designer series paper. And this is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. And I think I'm going to go with the other side because the flowers on my pinwheel might clash with the other flowers. And then this was 3 3/4. And I want to say by 5. Yep, by 5. So you're just taking off 1/4 of an inch on each layer. Okay, and I'm just using my double-sided adhesive. Let me grab my silicone mat so we don't get adhesive on my paper. Silicone mat, if you get adhesive on it, liquid glue, the tape runner, it just comes right off. It won't ruin and it won't tear your paper. Like when I do my adhesive work here and I get this sticky and then I put another piece of paper on it, it will tear my paper. So I don't want that to happen. And as you can see, I made a boo-boo the first time I stamped this. So I always tell my stamping friends, paper has 2 sides. So if you mess up on one side, turn it over. Don't waste it. Okay, so there's our layers of our card base, okay? Now we're going to go for the pinwheel. Okay, so you want to use some type of grid paper to help you, because what we're going to do is we want to take this and make kind of a diamond here. I want to find the middle of my square. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and a little bit more. So it's not quite 11. So we're going to want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a little bit over 5. Okay, and you're just going to want to eyeball this. I mean, if it's not exact, you're not going to get graded on it. All right, that's coming from a teacher. I won't grade you on it, I promise. All right, so I'm just eyeballing it. I'm going to put I'm holding it, and I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive right under there to hold it down. Okay, and then I can go in here and try and get that to flatten out. Okay, don't worry if you get a little bit of adhesive outside your squares, because we're going to cover this up with that paper I showed you, those little tiny paper squares that we cut. Okay, now this is the fun part. I'm getting all my little pieces here. Okay, doesn't matter what we start with. we're going to put our adhesive on here. I'm just going to do one little strip. And then I want to have a bit of border all the way around. So I've got this side and this side. I want to have a little bit of border there. Okay. And we're going to turn it and we're going to go with the other design. This is so awesome. And then we just, again, we're going to use the corner and we're layering on top. And I'm going to turn it. Now I take the other piece. I want to make sure everyone can see. Hey, Gail, I'm glad you're here. Thank you for commenting. Remember, you guys will be entered into a drawing and you will get the card that we're making tonight. One of you will get a card. Okay. And then we'll go with the next corner. Just want a little bit of border on those two sides. Isn't that looking cool? What do you guys think? All right. These are 1 1/4 inch squares that we're using. Okay, now you could make your pinwheel a little bigger and it could be a gift tag, maybe on a wine bottle or a cider bottle, on a gift. You could do these in Christmas colors if you wanted. You can make it into an ornament and it could hang on your Christmas tree. Okay, now this is the only tricky part. Okay, see how we've got two that are the same. We're going to want this to go over and under. And I'm going to show you how to do this. Okay, so we want it over, but I'm going to need to lift this up a little bit. That's why I only did one strip of my double-sided tape. So I'm going to pull it up a little bit and I can re-stick it with some adhesive. I need to make sure I can see okay, guys, because I'm trying not to get my head in the shot of the camera here, but I need to see. Okay, so it's over and then under. So we put it over this piece and we lifted this back up and under. And I'm going to put a little more adhesive there because I lifted it. We want to make sure it sticks really well. There's our pinwheel. Isn't that pretty? Hi, Mary Lou. Thank you for joining us. All right, so that's the pinwheel. Isn't that really cool? Okay, now we're going to put this on our card. We're going to pop this with some dimensionals. And where did I put my dimensionals? There they are. I'm going to use full-size dimensionals. And I'm just using my U-pick tool that just kind of helps me get them up. You can use your fingers, you can use tweezers, whatever works for you. And I'm going to put one on each corner of one of those squares. Okay, I think that will be sufficient. And then, excuse me, we just lift off the backings. Okay, and then we're going to place that in the middle. Now we're going to take one of our paper flowers and that's going to be in the center of our pinwheel. Hi, Charlene. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to comment and share because I'm going to put all of my comment people and sharing people in a drawing, and some lucky person is going to win the card that we're making tonight. Okay, now these paper flowers have a wood bead on them, and that's really not the look I'm going for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that wood bead off, and it's just glued. Let me grab my tweezers. Okay. The first one I used came off really easy. And because I'm live, this one doesn't want to cooperate. Because I'm trying not to rip the little flower. Oh, well, maybe I need to grab a different one. That one's being stubborn. They glued that one down really good. Okay. Let's see if I can get that off. My nails don't make it easy. There we go. Okay, yeah, I'm just prying it off with my tweezers. And we're going to take a little bit of liquid glue. I've been storing my liquid glue upside down and in just a little jar because these bottles have been well used. I just stick it upside down and that way the glue comes out easier. I don't have to shake, shake, shake. Okay, putting that in the middle. And then what we're going to do is add a little bit of bling. I'm going to use my rhinestones and put a rhinestone there because I like that better than the wood look. Okay. Oh, I just took them off. All right. I think we need a little more glue. I've got a rhinestone on one finger and a paper flower on the other. All right, we'll try this again. Oh, there it is. Phew. Do you guys ever get these like flicking all across your house in your room? Sometimes they come off and I'm like, oops, where did that go? I don't know. Okay, I'm just going to press that down with my U-pick tool. And we're going to let that dry. All right, that is the pinwheel. Super duper easy. And so pretty. So, so pretty. All right. Okay, now the other thing I wanted to show you tonight is a 6x6 one sheet wonder. If you go online, there are several different templates for this, but I wanted to show you a great way to maximize all of the paper and little waste of your 6x6. When Stampin' Up! Came out with 6x6 paper, I was not a huge fan. I'm used to the 12x12 and getting a lot more paper in the designs that I fall in love with. I am starting to enjoy the 6x6 more. And I want to show you tonight a great template that you can use to help maximize your paper and have very little waste. Okay, now I can share these dimensions with you. If you want to write them down, you can go ahead and write them down. What we're going to do, this is a 6x6, okay? I'm going to cut this at 2 inches. All right, so there's a 2" by 6 strip, and then I'm going to take it to the other side on the 6" side, and I'm going to cut it at 5 1/4. Remember, a little fraction mini lesson here. 4/4 make a whole. So you have 4/4 and 1 inch, right? So I just took off 1/4. So now I've got 5 1/4 here. Okay, there's my 5 1/4. This is the little piece that I just took off. This is the only piece of paper you are not going to use. This is the only waste of the paper. All right, which you probably could use it for something if you wanted to. So we're going to use this strip for a card. And now let me show you the next part. Put these little paper flowers away because I have a feeling they're going to fly like rhinestones across my room. Okay, now, so this was 6 and I took off 2. So 6 take away 2 is 4, right? So we've got 4 by 6. So I'm going to take my 4 by 6 and I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut off another 2, but I'm going to turn it this way. Okay, so I'm going to cut it by 2, and I'm really hoping I don't make a boo-boo because then that would mess everything up. Okay, so I just took off 2 inches off of that 6. right? So this is 2 by 4. So we're going to use this piece on a card. Now I have a square, and this square is 4 by 4. What we're going to do is cut it in half, and we're going to make 2 triangles. So I'm just going to take the tip of one and the tip of the other. I'm going to line them up in my cutting groove. Okay. And now we have 2 triangles. Hey, Linda. Thanks for hopping on. Okay, so we're going to use this piece on a card. We're going to use this piece on a card. We're going to use this piece and this piece. And the only waste that we had was this tiny piece right here. That's the only waste out of my 6 by 6 piece of paper. Isn't that amazing? Okay, I'm going to show you. I'm not going to spend, it's 4 cards. You're going to make 4 cards from this. I'm not going to spend the time putting the cards together. I've already done that for you. So I'm going to show you the basic layout of the card. All right. You're going to be amazed. There's that one card. This is from this piece, this strip. Okay. So that goes right there. And then I had some scraps from making the other cards I'm going to show you. So I just added another little scrap in there. I did my embossing because I really feel the embossing adds another level to your card. So here's that strip that we cut. I have my card base, my 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Then I cut a piece of Whisper White at 4 by 5 1/4, and then I just added the strip. And I looked to see what scraps I had. Then I used some dies and I did my sentiment, added a bow. Put a few rhinestones on there. Okay, so there's one card layout using this strip. All right, here's the next card layout. So this was, like, where did it go? That was this piece right here. So that went here. Okay. I had some scraps of ribbon that I just put in there with some lace. I added a piece of lace down here, and it didn't really show up well. So again, I just took a scrap of what I used and added it underneath and added my die cuts and my sentiment. Okay, so that's my second. Hey, Shelly, there's my second layout using this piece. To answer your question, Mary Lou, the embossing folder, I just had it. It's from the Ornate Garden, Ornate Garden Suite. I think it's called the Ornate, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. It's in our annual catalog. Where did it go? Here it is. Ornate Floral 3D Embossing Folder. Okay. So it's a $9 embossing folder. Okay, to answer your question. It's one of my favorite embossing folders right now. So there's that second layout from our 6 by 6 one sheet wonder. Now remember we had 2 triangles. Okay, so here's one layout. Okay, so remember DSP has 2 sides. I had already done 2 with this design, so I just flipped it over and used the other side just for some variety. Added some different dies on this one, added a bow. Okay, so there's that layout using the triangle, and here's our last card layout with the next triangle. Just change the orientation of the card. And this one I did a double bow. Used the same embossing folder on all of them, used the same cardstock, used the same ink. Just used whatever scraps I had and ribbons and some rhinestones and whatever die cuts you guys have that you use for your sentiments. Okay, these are our layering ovals, and this is the, can't remember off the top of my head, somebody knows it. Charlene, I think that was on your wish list for Christmas. I can't remember what they're called. Okay, so those are the 6x6 layouts. They are quick and easy cards. So easy, and yet look at how pretty they are. The embossing really steps it up. Add a bow, add some embellishments. Super duper easy. And I love this paper. Love the paper. Okay, so those were the 6x6 Wonder, and then I showed you the Pinwheel Technique tonight. Okay, so I showed this to you also. Okay, now I did play around with this refill kit a little bit more, and I made a couple other cards just to give you some ideas. Remember I told you that the refill kit comes with die cuts already. Let me pull them out so I can show them to you. Okay, so you have some die cuts that you can use for your sentiments. There's a couple flowers in here. Okay, and then there should be some leaves in here also. You get leaves that you just punch out. Yes, I think you're right, Stacy. So sentimental on this die cut. Thank you for looking that up for me. Okay, so you get a couple sheets of die cuts. You've got 2 leaves, and then you've got several of these guys. They're all in ivory. And I noticed that some of the papers go really well with ivory, and then some of them I preferred white. So I pulled out white for the ones I made for you tonight. But here's a card I did using the die cuts. Okay, so easy. I mean, I didn't do anything fancy. I just put down DSP and then added die cuts. So easy and yet so cute. This was another one I did. This is a different layout technique where you cut triangles and then you just flip them. Stacy, we've done this in workshop before. I added a little pink behind it, but I don't know that I really like the pink. Maybe I should have done Night of Navy with the Misty Moonlight. I'm thinking it's too much color. Okay, that was another one. This one, you can see I did the Night of Navy with the Misty Moonlight. And then I used our postage stamp punch. And I just used some scraps. And then this is the vanilla dry embossed that comes with the refill kit. Okay. And then this one was just scraps. These were scraps, and I just layered my squares, and then I did some stamping and stamping off on this one. Okay, so many possibilities. There's a ton of paper. There's 48 sheets, and if you guys use a 6x6 one sheet Wonder, you're going to maximize your paper. You're going to get so many cards out of that stack of paper. I think, gosh, I mean, this was, let's see, this was 1 sheet of paper right here, 1. This one was almost 1 whole. You know, I had a little bit left over that I used for scraps. And you can see some of the scraps in here. I probably have only used maybe 4 sheets of my 6x6 paper. It's crazy. And I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards with 4 or 5 sheets of the 6x6. I can't remember. I did another one because this was my sample. So I did 10 cards. And yeah, probably not more than 5 sheets of paper has been used. So I definitely suggest you try a 1 sheet Wonder. There's several templates online. I'm going to post the dimensions for the template that I used tonight. I'll put that on my Facebook page for you ladies. And then you can look at, there's other ways to do it also. You can just play around with the paper. And I hope you guys give this technique a try. So fun. and so easy. It looks complicated. It really isn't. Just cut 1 1/4 squares. You need 4 of one design, 4 of the other design, and then just start layering it and layer on top of each other. Super duper easy. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. Before you go, I want to share my next scheduled class is December 12th. Okay, and we're going to play with the Gorgeous Posies kit and stamp set. I'm going to show you some alternative designs for this, and then I'm going to show you some cards that you can make just with the stamp set. So when the supplies are used up, I want you to know how you can use your stamps so that you feel like it's a good investment. Okay, so that's going to be the next, that's the next scheduled class on the 12th. But next Friday, I try and do a live every Friday. Next Friday, I have a new technique I'm going to share with you guys, and it's called the braided paper technique. I'm so excited. I can't wait to show you. So I was playing around with more scraps, and these were 12 by 12 scraps. And I'm going to show you how to braid your paper and use that on a card. It's going to be so much fun. You guys are going to have a blast. Okay? So if you haven't thought about ordering this Boho Indigo, I think if you guys love blue and white, you probably want to treat yourself, because the refill kit is only $23 and you get the paper, the die cuts, some embossed paper, and those little paper flowers. I think it's such a great deal. $23. Okay. This is my host code. If you are going to order something and it is under $150, please use the host code. That just helps me earn. I use the host rewards, and then I use that for prizes for you guys. And then what else did I need to tell you? Oh, if you want to place an order for Christmas gifts for yourself or for somebody else, I really strongly suggest that you get it in by next weekend. I just want to make sure that you guys get your orders, because there are delays with holiday shipping, and there are delays with COVID too. Mary Lou, is the blue paper available in the catalog? So the blue paper is not sold separately. So the blue paper is, you can get it with the refill kit for $23, or you buy the whole kit and caboodle. You get stamps and dies, ribbon, everything for $70. Normally, I want to show you what a pack of 6x6 paper runs, just so you know the value. Let's see. Paper, where are you? So I know, like, our Whale of a Time, that is 6x6 paper. So a normal stack of 6x6 paper is $11.50. And those are 48 sheets. So you would have $11.50 for the pack of paper. Then you're getting die cuts, embossed paper, and embellishments for the 23. Okay, so this is what I used. It's on page 9. Okay. All right. Does anybody have any other questions? You were talking about getting your Christmas holiday orders, and if you give your wish list to one of your loved ones and they call me, have them call me to place their order, it will come to me, your order will ship to me, and I can gift wrap it for free and then deliver it to your loved one so they can give it to you. So I am offering that as a special. So for husbands or friends, family members that don't know what to get you for Christmas, you can give them your Stampin' Up! Wish list, have them call me, and we'll place the order this week. And then when it comes, I will gift wrap those for free and then deliver them for you. If you just want to purchase your goodies for yourself, then you can just go ahead and place the order online yourself. Totally up to you. Okay? But just remember, there are some deadlines. Well, not deadlines. I should say, what's the word I'm looking for? Delays with holiday and COVID. I will say I did place an order on our sale when we had our sale Tuesday, and it came last night, late last night. So it only took a couple days. I was actually very surprised. But I think as we get a little bit further in December, things are going to take longer. So just keep that in mind, okay? All right, if you guys have questions, don't hesitate. You can shoot me a personal message. I am going to post the dimensions for that one sheet wonder for you. And then I would just love to hear what you guys thought of these cards. Shoot me a message. You can put a comment. If you have any questions, I am here for you, okay? All right, have a good rest of your evening and stay safe and healthy, friends. I always look forward to spending time with you guys. We have so much fun. All right, thanks for coming. Bye. Good night.